Hi, this is Anand from Geekstick. In this session, we are going to see how to set RSA key in Jenkins. Hi, today we are going to see just the recap of Jenkins that we have covered in the previous weeks. The previous weeks we have seen how to install in Linux and in Windows. Now we are going to see how we are going to use this. Yeah, we are going to see about this continuous integration delivery. Just we will give a small recap about this. From the Git repo, we are going to take the code. Then using the any IDE, for example, here we have taken Eclipse or Spring tool suite. We are going to build what we have taken from the Git repo, the code. Like the code can be either it's a Java or Python or C, C++, any code. Okay, that we are going to take it from the Git repo and we are going to build it in the IDE. IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. It can be any tool like Visual C++ or in the next session we will be using GCC to compile the C++ code. For Java, we use either Eclipse or Spring tool suite. Then what are the code that has been built? We can be here for our session. It is not required. It's like an artifactory. The built code will be kept in the Nexus. Then whatever we had built, again we can take it from there. Then the work. What our main focal point is this CI/CD, which is in Jenkins. From there, code will be delivered to the int, QA, and prod. So what's happening? So far we have done this all manual process, right? Manually, we'll take an approval, we'll push it to the environment, different environment. Now directly this forklifting takes place from that IDE directly to the environment that needs to be kept in production or in the test environment. Its complete orchestration will be taken place by this. That is the beauty of it. Here, for our process, we are going to use like this. Eventually all the file needs to be kept in this destination. How you are going to keep in this destination? Assume there is a file, continuously it's keep coming into the source. First a.txt, b.txt, and c.txt, it is coming to the source. From there, all the files needs to be, merged or cat or appended together and it be kept on the destination folder. So yes, we can do the job. We can employ someone. Okay, 5 minutes once, new file will fall in the source folder, process those files. Here for a simple process, we took appending to the existing file. Append those files and keeping it in the destination. Okay, we can do. Sometime the file may not be coming, but what you will do during the time? So it's a waste of resource and waste of effort. So to eliminate this, the friction in the process, I'm going to schedule this process. The moment, every 5 minutes once check. The moment file falls in this place, immediately cat and put it in the destination folder. That's what we are going to do over here. And finally, it will be kept in this final.txt file. What are the topics we are going to cover in the session is the RSA key, benefits of this RSA key and how we are going to create this RSA key. Then first build step, that what I have depicted in this previous slide, that only we are going to show in the demo. And in the same demo, we are going to do job scheduling also. How frequently we need to do, So the benefits of this login by RSA key is, avoiding the explicit username and password. And just we can use some environment variable. So, the purpose of this is replicating the script will be much easier. Then the naming convention, those as a part of discipline, naming convention needs to be enforced. And every evolution, we have to set a new standard, new benchmark. Every time we need to set the new benchmark, we have to surpass our own standard. That's like a kind of disruptive innovation. So many companies you have seen, I don't want to name the digital, camera company. They didn't change. They didn't accept the change. Eventually, they found its place in the museum, right? How sooner we accept the change, that sooner we will be good. That's the purpose of this. Yeah, let us go to the demo. As a first step, here I need to see, yeah, already I made this vagrant up. So comfortably I could, open this Jenkins. That's a purpose. Then I logged into the vagrant SSH. Okay, now I'm going to see how to create SSH keygen. Command is SSH -keygen. This is for creating an RSA key. Okay, already I'm having ID RSA. So slightly I'm going to put a different name. ID RSA gen. No phosphorus. Here also, I mean, as I'm not going to enter the passphrase, just I'm going to keep it as such. So based on this, the diagram shown here, the key will be generated. Now, this is a public key. This is a private key. The concept between the public key and private key, I will use our the bank safety vault analogy only. For example, manager will have a public key. As a pattern, I will be having a private key on the vault. Likewise, this public key is like a manager, and this private key as a pattern, I will be holding it. So from wherever I am connecting, from any application I'm connecting, that application must possess this private key, this keys file. In some of that hosts, they may not have that, you may not have that privilege to alter its authorized keys. So at the time you can talk to admin and you can take his permission, or you can give him your public key. You can ask him to add it. You can create a ticket to add it. So how I am going to give this RSA key, that's what we need to see here. Go into the dashboard, credential, system and global credential. There I gave the name Vagrant. Here I added my private key because from here only I'm going to connect to the host. So the private key is set. Now next, what I'm going to do.